Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go back into the boss rush, this time using only 4 stars. Obviously I've already done the initial run using my power team of 5 stars and 6 stars, but I do realize that not everybody has super top champs. A lot of people have 4 stars only, some people have a combination of 4 stars and 5 stars at lower rank, like rank 2, rank 3, rank 4. So I just want to show basically 4 stars can do this with some skill and the right champs. Hopefully this will give you guys some ideas who are trying to get through it. So basically we started off here with a King Groot. This King Groot has a nullified protection. He has a 65% chance to be protected from nullifies, so you can't always rely on nullifies to take out his regeneration. But his regeneration isn't that bad. You can just kind of power through it. Any champ that hits hard, or any champ that can basically nullify some of the regeneration would work well here. Obviously I'm using a Magik here. I'm using my SB2, keeping him to the wall, doing backdraft intercepting, intercepting him when he falls down and then gets back up. So it's a pretty standard fight for me. I'm somewhat skilled with Magik. I've been using her for a long time. She's one of my favorite champs. And that special 2 power control is just really nice here. So you can also parry him. Just be very wary that he can pop out of that parry pretty quick. Yeah, he's not too bad of a champ, and I know he's troublesome for some, so hopefully that gives you some quick ideas. So next we got good old Domino. This particular Domino has a 1% regeneration the whole fight. She also has some protection against tech champs. There's a node here. The tech champs really get a lot of disadvantages going against her. So you want to bring in champs that basically can reverse her regeneration, which is probably the best, especially if it's 4 star. Archangel duped obviously is going to be really good here. Just get those toxins on. He's going to do very well. Void would do well here. Any champ that can basically nullify her regeneration would be very helpful here. The tech champs is a little bit tougher because they have a ability accuracy reduction penalty. They take some initial cosmic blast at the start of the fight, so they don't do as well. Though Warlock can do pretty good, just because he has a passive infection, which actually stops the regeneration. But most people don't have Warlock yet, so these are just some other options. I actually found Archangel excellent for this. I think even a 3 star could take him out. You know, it's pretty easy. Once you get those toxins going, sometimes if you're a little bit unlucky with the toxins, you might have to start over again in a sense. And just be careful of her lucky evade. That can really get you as well. But if you have the toxins up, you shouldn't have to worry about the evade at all. So pretty standard fight, pretty good. So the next fight I was probably worried about the most, just because she has that concussion ability which can stun you and do aftershock damage. Don't really have any champs that can stop that as 4 stars. I used my 5 star Emma Frost, who can stop it in diamond form in the initial run. You see there, I took the stun and the aftershock damage. She does a lot of damage. So I threw in a 20% boost, and I was hoping I just could kind of power through her, baiting out her specials when possible. I know that if you time it correctly and use your special during a concussion as it expires, you won't actually take the stun, but you can still take the aftershock damage, which is pretty brutal. It's a little bit of luck in this one, just hoping that she's going to use her actual specials in time and not actually go above her power. Again, aftershock, very, very annoying. Again, trying to push her to SP2 as much as possible, but also not wanting her to go to her actual SP3, obviously. So we're getting close here. She's debuff immune as well, so you know, she's immune to stun, she's immune to poison, she's immune to bleed. It's a very, very annoying champ. So we're getting close here. It looks like we're going to power through it just barely. So next we have good old Invisible Woman. My plan here was basically just to start off using my heavy attacks and trying to get some toxins on her. I kind of changed my tactics a little later in the fight. Just basically baiting out her SB2, which is very easy, just to slide back and then watch out for the run. Keeping my eye on that power bar because it goes up pretty fast when you put debuffs on her, as you see there. It's kind of a long fight. The first round, I actually used a 5-star blade and took her out pretty quickly. I've also used a 4-star Gwenpool, worked out pretty good here. So yeah, basically you just got to keep an eye on that SP2. You got to keep an eye on her invisibility. If she goes invisible, I just parry her once and then hit into her invisibility once. That basically gets rid of her invisibility, and then you can attack as normal. So a pretty standard fight. She gets a little bit difficult if she gets you close to the wall, so try to push her back as much as possible. I was more concerned about pushing her back than worrying about my toxins. You do heal up when you're close to her, so that's pretty cool as well. If that SB2 hits you, it's pretty well over. She almost got me in an SB1, and I wasn't actually prepared for that. Again, just watching out for that SB2. I prefer to push her to SB2. I find it easier to actually dodge, though her SB1 is pretty easy as well. So we're getting close here. I do a heavy attack when I can. Now she's being a little bit stingy about throwing her last special. Watching my health drop as I'm trying to hide from her. And there she goes, down she goes. So next, Supreme with this crazy power gain. I'm just going to focus on evading his special 2s initially, trying to get myself to SP1 so I can do a chain stun. I get a little lucky here in a moment. He basically goes to SP3 almost automatically, but he rushes in and I do my heavy attack, which basically drains him. Again, evade his SP2s. I want to get to almost the second bar of power if possible, because it'll give me lots of opportunities to use my SP1 for stun. He goes into SP3 again, but it doesn't matter, because now we're going to go into the SP1 stun mode. This is a little trick we learned on the forums and on the content creator Legacy, who actually mentioned this is one of the ways that you can take this guy out. So yeah, now it's just pretty easy. Once I get to that actual SP1, it's just over and over and over again until he's dead. And lastly, we have the final boss, which is really easy. I did it with my 5-star magic the first run. I'm going to do it with my 4-star magic in this one. I just parried, hit, and did my specials normally. I take some degeneration damage. I actually lost a little bit of health at the beginning of the fight because I had a network drop and I had to go back in and heal up. But yeah, it was pretty easy. Once I get to my SP2, I just destroyed him, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. And don't forget to subscribe.
Target identified. Analysis complete. Please subscribe.